Well, first let me start off with, this is different scenery for you. I'm at Walmart waiting on my wife, and I have been extremely busy lately. So what I've decided to do is record and kill two birds with one stone. I am recording while waiting so that when I get home I can still grade and try and put this video out. What in the world is going on? They are going to massage parlors and killing Asians. Well, not only Asians, but they're going places and killing people for no reason. Well, no legitimate reason. They have their own reasons, but they're nuttier than a peach orchard crab. We're going to talk about the Georgia shootings. And this is an act of mass violence. So let's get into this and make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. The Doctor of Disaster is a wholly owned subsidiary of Warnick and Associates Incorporated. Hello, everyone. I am the Doctor of Disaster, Dr. Mark Warnick. I am considered a subject matter expert by not one, but two different universities. So, what are we talking about today? We are talking about the shooting in Georgia. And once again, as most of you know, I study mass and active shooters. And because of that, I have some opinions on what happened this last few weeks, or last few days. So, while I don't want to put blame on the victims, I do want to point out that there were things that they could have done to reduce their risks before it ever happened. Unfortunately, the biggest problem we have right now is people have the mentality that, oh, it ain't ever gonna happen to me, really. So don't prepare, and then when it happens, you're just dead. That's not what we need to do. So let's talk about this. How could have they prepared? Well, first off, we saw that these people had video cameras, at least at one of the places, and someone should have been monitoring those. Why have them if you're not monitoring them and looking for someone coming in with a gun? Now, maybe the gun was hidden, I don't know. But, there's other things you can do. If the gun wasn't hidden, then if you have protocols in place and the materials in place, you could have steel shutters you could close real quick with the push of a button. You could have a steel door that goes over top of the glass door. There is so many different ways that you can protect yourself. Let's talk about a safe room. You could have a safe room and an alarm system, so if something doesn't look right, you can hit the button and everyone can run to the safe room and lock themselves in. Safe room can be of steel or concrete. If there's a back door, they could run out the back door. The federal government tells us to run, hide, fight. So if you can, what you need to do is when the alarm went off, run out that back door, get the heck out of Dodge. Hide. You can hide in the safe room, you can hide under a bed, you can hide in the closet. In most instances, when these shooters go through, they don't check every little pea-picking closet and everything. They check the main rooms. If you're in one of the main rooms, you're more likely to get shot. But if you're in a closet or a broom closet, something off of that room that's part of that room but not in the main gist of things or on the main hallway, you should be safe. I should say safer. What other things can we do? Well, what about a breezeway that comes in that can be automatically locked? Maybe it's a solid wall, or perhaps it's bulletproof glass, and it has an electromagnetic lock. So if you've got the electromagnetic lock, you can lock them from gaining access. Once again, I am not trying to blame the victims. I'm trying to raise awareness to keep all of you safe. So let's say you've got a breezeway room. Let's say you put either bulletproof glass, or you have some kind of system where they can't get through, light metal that's painted, or maybe, and this is difficult, but what about putting sheet metal all around the bottom where they'd be, and then putting that damage resistant sheetrock in? It's going to stop them. Can they shoot through it? Yeah, but if they can't see you, what's the chances they're going to hit someone? Unless you're all standing right there. So these are mitigation measures that we need to think about. Now, when we get into who does these shootings, it falls into one of 5 categories. The first category is terrorism. And when I say terrorism, I mean domestic or international terrorism. It's an organized group, and it's based on their ideology. Then there is mental illness. These are the people that are schizophrenic or have some other mental illness that makes them homicidal or suicidal, whichever. The next thing we need to consider is domestic. There's the domestic people who feel that their spouse has done them wrong, or someone along there. And these are in order what we can see. Then we have the fame and recognition shooter. And the fame and recognition shooter is the person that wants to become famous, that wants to go down in history, that wants to make the record books. And then we have those that feel like the world is doing them wrong. And that can include PTSD. Now, I have a theory that I've been working on, and so far I haven't found anything against it, but the vast majority of these mass shooters, bombers, etc., what their mindset is woe is me. Woe is me. Well, woe is me is great, except for one thing. Everyone else has that woe too. So, while things are not good, if you know someone that has the stuff that I mentioned last week, then you need to get them help. And we also need to be cautious and to be aware that these people are out there. And we need to get them help before they act. So, while I'm at it, I would like to discuss the violence against Asians. Folks, there is no way you should pick on any race because of their race. When you make assumptions based on race, right, based on color, based on anything other than fact of that person, when you lump everyone into one bowl, if I were to say all white people were bad or all black people were bad, I'll tell you right now, that's prejudice. End of story. And anything you do after that is a hate crime. So, plain and simple, you need to make sure that you are not prejudiced. It's real easy. Treat people with respect. That's all the further I'm going to go this week. Folks, don't bury your head in the sand. You need to be proactive at creating mitigation measures anywhere that is available to the public. And next week, I believe I'm going to talk about what you can do if you're in public and someone doesn't have a mitigation plan. So, in the end, you'll be safer than most. Until next time, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, see ya. Don't forget to get your copy of the Doctor of Disasters book, Emergency Incident Management Systems, at Amazon.com. The Doctor of Disaster is a wholly owned subsidiary of Warnick & Associates Incorporated.